Welcome to the Cult of the Dragon's Fortress, guys. This is another Dragonheir Silent Gods video. Today, I'm gonna show you how to defeat Sammaster, how to get the maximum damage, the maximum rewards, without using any crazy teams, and by using free-to-play friendly teams. We have tons of different teams, and I'm gonna show you a lot of different examples in today's video. Expect to see more videos on this content, guys, and if you are familiar with the very first phase of the Dungeons and Dragons collaboration event, we had a boss for 14 days in the game that we had to challenge daily. And he was rewarding us with the Sage chess pieces, which are the fragments that we need in order to collect the legendary hero or the legendary artifact. So we're gonna do a guide on that boss today, guys. For this second phase of the Dungeons and Dragons collaboration event, Sammaster is the new boss, guys. Now do me a favor. If you enjoy the content, if you enjoy the videos that I'm putting out, I'm seeing that a lot of you guys are watching the videos but still haven't subscribed to the channel. So if you enjoy my content, smash a like and subscribe to the channel, guys. It really helps my channel a lot to grow, and click on that bell to turn on all notifications to make sure you won't be missing out any of the future videos. Plus, I really appreciate it. So the main goal for all of us, guys, is to reach 8 million damage. Or 4 million damage. But I have a feeling that is going to be pretty straightforward and everybody can reach at least 4 million damage, if not 8. But I'm very positive that after watching this video, you're going to be able to reach 8 million damage and collect 6 Sage chess pieces every single time. Now, this game mode, unlike the rest of the game modes, guys, are bringing all of the heroes that we owe on the account fully built. Artifacts do not matter, and each one of these heroes are built. They have a specific build that doesn't actually change, so we cannot modify anything on that. You know, like for example, he is a burn hero, he will deal damage. Now, some of the heroes are taking a bit of a hit in here because even though we might build Voresh with damage, he cannot deal damage here. He has a support build, and that's his job. He's not going to deal damage. Same with Sigrid. Same with other champions that are mainly support. Zarlot as well, he won't be dealing damage. Questa, she won't be dealing damage because she's a support hero. But that's fine. We have plenty of different options. So I have quite a few teams that I already set up. I have screenshots. I'm going to show you some results with all of these heroes. You're going to see them on the screen while we are going over the team. But this is one of the teams. Ice Blast, super powerful. You still want to make sure that you are bringing in the 5-man elemental affinity to try and get more damage. If that's something that you cannot do, is fine, because you're still going to be able to achieve a pretty good result anyway. This one right here is with Ardred, guys. She was the most recent legendary hero. I just wanted to give you guys a few options if you owe the champion. I don't even have all of them scrolled. Hegio is not scrolled. Nissa, she's not scrolled. Ardred is not scrolled. So I only have scrolled these 2 rare heroes, Welby and Quarian. And they're doing the job. I'm getting actually a lot of damage, how you may notice, with this team. This is a burn team with Megan. We have Karza right here, the hero from the Pillar. We have Liko, the hero that we got last season in the Feymander. We can replace a lot of these heroes. We can do so many combinations. I actually created a dedicated channel in my Discord, guys, where we're posting a lot of screenshots, me and a lot of other members. I already started doing it because I have access to the test server. So if you haven't joined my Discord just yet, the link is in the description down below or in the pinned comment. Plus, I'm hosting Dragonheir giveaways in there as well, guys. You might want to join in. And I have tons of awesome people helping around with pretty much everything that you need to know about Dragonheir. This is another team. This is a bit of more RNG with this one. I haven't managed to reach the 8 million. I'm doing 7.5, but I'm pretty positive that if I'm retrying it a bit, or if I'm adjusting the skill timing, I might get it done. The problem here is that I don't have enough debuffs, and I'm going to explain you why that is important. So let's quickly check out the boss. By the way, I do love the design of the boss. Sammaster riding the dragon, you know. So here we go. One very important thing is that you don't need to have a tank, like in any other fight, that's soaking up all the damage. So it doesn't matter who you're placing in front of the boss. It really doesn't matter. The reason for it, the boss won't attack anyone with a single hit. It will attack AoE every single time. So the very first skill, Sammaster and his Dracolich takes 50% additional damage when Elminster is in the team. Then, for each debuff on Sammaster, he takes 10% additional damage. The more debuffs on that boss, the more damage we're going to deal. The very first skill that deals damage covers the entire map, okay? So that's why it doesn't matter who's tanking, because everybody's getting hit. The Dracolich lets out a howl, dealing necrotic damage to all enemies and inflicting fear for 5 seconds on enemies whose HP is under 50%. Then, the Dracolich deals necrotic damage to all enemies and removes their shields. So having champions that buff shield, it won't be as effective, but if you are timing them to use the shield after the boss is using this skill, you're gonna be spot on. Then, of course, we have the ultimate, deals multi-hit necrotic damage to all enemies. This skill deals 50% additional damage when Sammaster has no debuffs. So again, you want to make sure you have a lot of debuffs. He's immune to control effects, and he is putting a stack of increased attack on himself. So, how I showed you some of the screenshots before, I do want to try this team. This is a team that I haven't tried out just yet with Froerbart. I want to see if he is enough as a healer. So I'm going to use Horus, he's not scrolled. We're going to use Eli, who's scrolled. We're going to use Shink, who I never used before, but hey, let me give it a go. And we're going to use Dench. But look at the builds that the Poisoners have. Crazy Enlightenment, crazy attack, crit rate, accuracy, crit damage. They have it all, you know. It's so hard to build a character like this, even on my account, you know. So I'm going to put Froerbart in here in the middle just to make sure everybody's getting healed, you know. And I'm going to use the attack aura from Eli. Very curious if this will reach 8 million damage. Considering that not everybody's scrolled, I have no artifacts, no legendary heroes, nothing too crazy, and only Froerbart as the healer. So I'm very, very curious to see this. The boss is on an 18-second cycle, so I've just noticed that, which is good to know. Most of the heroes will land their debuffs on a 20-second cycle. That's another thing that we cannot change, only by bringing in a decreased speed penalty on the boss. I could bring in a Theodore instead of a Shink, right? And I'm gonna have recharge speed penalty like that, more decreased attack, and like that, I should be able to keep the boss to move slower and stack his increased attack slower as well, you know? But because we have all of those debuffs on, is actually going to be pretty good. We are dealing more damage, but we only have 2 debuffs with this team. It would be nice if I could bring in a hero like Sigrid maybe, or a different hero that will be able to land different debuffs, you know, just to have more on the boss. Look at the poison stack. God damn it, we are actually stacking those poisons, and Eli's passive is benefiting a lot from it. But I'm very positive that Froerbart is enough as a healer in this team. So Horus detonating some of those poisons, bringing in more damage. We are already at 3.2 million damage. So as long as we are able to survive, my main problem right now is that I won't have decreased attack when the boss is using the ultimate. So what I'm going to have to do is to basically stop the ultimate on Froerbart next time and try to get it closer to his ultimate so he doesn't hit as hard as he does right now. That will just ensure that we have a better survivability, basically, you know. But this is actually pretty spot on. It definitely feels much, much better than last season. The boss from last season was way more challenging, okay? Reaching 10 million damage with teams like this was impossible almost. Like, it required us to do probably, I don't know, like 100 tries to get to a good one, you know? And yeah, I'm definitely grateful to the developers for knocking down the requirements a bit, the difficulty, so every single player will actually have a chance to reach the 8 million damage. If not, at least 4 million damage. But I really think 8 million damage is accessible to everyone, you know? Like, I'm gonna definitely work on building a lot of different teams for you guys, and I'm gonna post them all in my Discord, so make sure you guys are joining in there. But look at that, 6 million damage already. And yeah, it seems to be pretty accessible. Now, this boss will have a second phase to it. I really don't recall how much it change in terms of difficulty last season if the boss became extremely difficult after the second phase. I hope it's not something that will completely break this boss and make it impossible, because it won't be fun then, Hopefully it's still going to stay as accessible as it is now. Maybe a bit more challenging, but not impossible, So here we are. Froebart again got slowed down a bit too much, I would say, because his decreased attack is not going to stay on for the ultimate, and that is very, very risky. But you know what? We reached the 8 million damage. I don't care what happens from here on. They can all die. You don't need to deal more than 8 million damage. And this is what I wanted to show you guys. Is actually really, really straightforward, It seems like we are going even more. If I'm going to manual that ultimate from Froebart to make sure it's going to be placed after, easy peasy, Okay, we're still alive. We're still kicking there. We're still kicking. I like that. 9 million damage. But you know what? I want to back out of here. I want to back out of here and try one more team for you guys that I haven't actually tried. I want to try a wild team. So let's actually quit. You can save the damage. It's going to be the exact same way like the Chaos Shadow bosses. You can save your run. So you are getting some guild points that will give you some small rewards daily like the Vortex, So these are the statistics. This is the damage. Eli, 3 million. Shink with 1.7. Horus with 2.1. And we have Danch with 1.9. So definitely pretty interesting damage. I will take a screenshot of this because I haven't done it just yet. So I have this for my Discord as well, guys. And we're going to move over to create a different team. And we're going to do a wild one, okay? So let's go right here, redeploy, and create a new team. So that's team 5. Let's do team 6. So create. I want to go for fire, right? So I'm going to bring in wild heroes, I said. So we're going to bring her in. Then we have another rare wild hero that's actually pretty solid. And he is right here, so we can go with him. And the good part is, it doesn't matter if they're range. It doesn't matter if they're not range, if they're actually melee. So we can bring Tia in as well. I've never tried her, but I'm very curious to see what she can do. And then we're gonna look to get in some support. Now, fire is in combination with Necrosis this season, so we're gonna bring in, of course, Megan. She's kind of like a no-brainer. Megan is going to be very helpful. And you know what? Let's bring in somebody that does decrease attack. So Zerlot doesn't do decrease attack. Questa brings decrease attack. So let's go in with Questa. She's not going to do damage, but hey, maybe she will be enough with that decrease attack. So we're going to put Megan right there in the middle to make sure that everybody is getting some healing. We have no aura and debuffs. How many debuffs we have? Only decrease attack, I think, right? I don't think we have any other debuffs. So maybe we change something in here to try and bring in another champion that debuffs. Maybe we're gonna take this wild hero out and we're gonna bring in instead. We're gonna bring in Dane. Dane brings quite a few debuffs, right? He brings 2 debuffs, so maybe he's gonna work better because you wanna have debuffs on, I'm not even using the crazy wild heroes like a Tunnel Nun, or to use Foley, or to use Erich, the legendary, which is free. You should use him 100%. Everybody should have Erich, and you should definitely use him. But I want to see how well we're going to deal with this boss without having that, Very curious. Like the rest of the heroes already deal good damage, Where are we? Almost 1 million damage for the moment. There we go, a debuff from Dane. Would be nice to have more debuffs though. That's definitely going to make a massive difference because you're going to deal more damage. You have the damage reduction on his ultimate skill, which will make quite a bit of a difference. So I'm curious if this will reach the 8 million. It took us 1 minute to do 1 million damage. Maybe we're not going to get to 8 million. But I have a feeling that we are going to definitely get get to at least 6-7 million, you know. Megan, she's a solid support though. You're getting the increased defense, you're getting the continuous heal, you know. I feel like that might help quite a bit. And then having that ultimate energy from the battle skill. Questa steals a bit of ultimate energy from the boss, but of course it won't be enough to knock him down completely, you know. So as long as that decreased attack is on most of the time, we should be good. Come on, Dane. Don't let me down. Keep on doing what you're doing there. So yeah, I feel like maybe it's not necessarily the best team right here. If I would have brought in an Isolde instead of Questa, just to have the decreased attack and shield on the ultimate, it could have been a bit better, I think. It would have been a bit better. Yeah. But this is a team that, let's just say, it will reach 4 million damage, okay? Let's just say you have none of the options that I showed you before. Let me give you a 4 million option too, you know? This is definitely gonna hit 4 million though. Not a problem. Come on, Questa, land a decreased attack. What are you doing? Please. Beautiful. Right on time. Right on time. The main issue with this is that you cannot use the Crown of the Unclean or the Witch's Remains to put defense down on the boss, you know, so you won't be getting as much damage. But here we go, 3.2 million damage. I just don't think they will survive enough like this. Yeah, I think they're definitely going to die a bit earlier. Mainly because we don't have debuffs when he's using the ultimate. I need to time it a bit, you see? That's what happened before. And this fear is pretty annoying. And if Questa doesn't put a decreased attack, we are in trouble. There we go. Okay. So I want to make sure Dane will do his job as well later on and put a decreased attack. It seems like we are close to the 4 million. My team is pretty weak right now, I'll be honest. But we reach 4 million. Okay, this is like the worst case scenario, guys. How I mentioned, I'll be working on tons of different teams. Stay tuned on YouTube. I'll be posting more videos. Stay tuned on Discord because I'll be flooding that channel with a lot of screenshots with teams and stuff that can do it. The good thing is we don't need to build them, so everybody will have the exact same builds on the heroes. The only thing that could potentially impact the result is having a timing or having scrolls on your heroes, and of course running something different. This team clearly did not have enough support to keep them alive for the entire fight. But as an example, there you go, 4.1 million damage. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. What plans you have for this boss? Appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Much love, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.